until my washer did its thing, the
Mm-hmm.
spin out until I went live, but we gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
And thanks for being here.
Well, you bet. I assume that your sister, what's her name, is
My sister, what's her name?
is busy with her daughter this morning.
Yeah, well, she's sleeping on the couch, and so I'm trying to figure out how do I do this again. God, I've forgotten how to do this. Comments. What the heck? I had to set up my whole thing again. Oh, there's Maggie. Hi, Maggie.
Good morning. Wait,
Good morning.
can you hear me or am I?
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, great. Okay.
You're good.
Yep.
Yeah, so Tina's sleeping on the couch.
Oh.
Can you hear an echo?
Now you can hear an echo?
I did just a second, but maybe not. Maybe I'm too loud.
Morning, Hank. Morning, Jason. Jason says we all sound very clear.
Okay, good. That's a good thing. I had to set up my whole StreamYard again. They had to send me a code. Yeah, so Tina's sleeping on Valerie's couch and she didn't want to wake her up by starting the show and stuff, so it's so quiet in here.
I'm typing a message in this squad about the show.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's not used to being on
the duck.
Yeah, or your channel either. So
yeah.
Last night I watched The Voice.
Oh yeah.
And they're doing it, remotely, and they used Microsoft Meeting, which I think is Microsoft Meeting what Google Hangouts used to be?
Possibly.
Oh no, Google and Microsoft are two different things.
Yeah, that would be different.
Oh, well, never mind then. I don't know why I thought that was of any interest at all.
There's supposed to be another Google type hangout thing that you can do with Google.
Oh, Google Meet. Maybe it's Google Meet. That's what they were using, maybe Google Meet.
But I don't think you can go on YouTube with it.
Ah.
I think that's the only difference. Good morning, Hank, and good morning, Jason. Yeah, Valerie's got company right now. Her oldest daughter came and surprised her for Mother's Day, and she's staying a whole week. So I don't know what's going to happen for the rest of this week, if she's going to be able to do the show or what's going to happen, but we'll figure it out. Maybe we'll just take turns.
Morning, Jennifer and Anissa. All right. So I only got 2 things going out this morning.
I did not get my, I should say resellers, not reseller. Let's see. What?
What are you doing?
I tried to be fancy and stuff and see what I do. Let's see, edit. There we go. So I didn't get my packages out on time yesterday.
Oh.
And then I had those 3 Fago sales. Some lady in Arizona, she bought 3 Fagos, and that was a good sale.
Yeah, that was a great sale.
And this is says she has 3 and she needs them to be even.
Oh.
Hi, Texas Val.
Hi, Val. Is she's superstitious?
Well, you better get on it. Start getting listed, and maybe you'll get that extra sale before it's time to put them out. Texas Val and Jennifer Hayes, and good morning, Mike. Hope you guys are doing good today.
Yeah, I got 8 going out.
Good job, Todd. Those numbers are going up.
Yeah, they've been up for a month since I started.
I know.
Video game sales.
I know, you're doing good.
I even sold a couple of those figurines.
Oh,
Good.
the Denim Days ones?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Why is this not?
So.
Hi, Shirley. Hi, Karen.
Got one of those messages this morning that said, please do not ship these video games in media mail. My post office always yells at me when I get video games in media mail. Why would a post office even know what's in a package, much less why would they yell at the recipient?
I don't know.
It doesn't matter. You can't use media mail for video games. It's not.
I know.
Yeah.
And I never do, but
yeah,
the buyer is saying, please don't mail them media mail. And I'm like, why would it come back on the buyer? It was the seller who did the shipping. The buyer shouldn't get grabbed out by the post office for receiving a package that is in the wrong shipping. Yeah, I wouldn't do that anyway.
Yeah.
But now I might have early, several years ago when I first sold a video game and not even known.
Morning, Karen.
Because a bunch of the video games are on CDs, so they look like media mail.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember years back when I first started, I just assumed video games were included. But no. Jason says, I had a snippy message from a buyer telling me exactly how to pack their shoes. I messaged him back and said, why don't I just cancel a refund since you're already worried about the condition? Oh, I think to be fair, sometimes buyers get really crappy, packaging and
they're just trying to be proactive or whatever.
I get stuff from Amazon in a box with one of those big bubble things, and I'm like, man, I pack a lot better than you do, Amazon. Y'all suck.
I have one shirt or a nightgown that I need to ship out. Besides those Fagos, I've already packed those, so yeah. I mean, I can understand not really sharing what I'm doing with those, but I really don't mind, to tell you the truth, because my circumstance is a little bit different with that, because a lot of people can, go and buy the Fagos or whatever and have them at their house. And I used to do that right at first. I used to have them here. I used to have one of each, and then I realized, well, we hardly ever run out at the store. We always usually have at least 5 or 6 of each flavor. So why don't I just have like 10 of each flavor on my quantity, and then I could just go to the store and buy them whenever I need them.
True. Sally, Jason says, is that sound Sally's washing machine in the background or her son and girlfriend?
Who knows? I mean, my washing machine was acting like it was going to run away right before I went live. And I was like, I'm trying to wait to go live until my washing machine decides to spin out and get done. But
at this time of the morning,
I guess it doesn't happen yet.
I can get hash browns and the griddles. It'll come with buffet.
Yeah, I get it, Jason. Jason says it was very condescending. I get it. Sometimes the buyers are so rude when they email you. It's just, yeah. And then you're afraid to send the package because you feel like no matter how well you do it, they're not going to be happy with it.
Yeah.
Well, in some cases, it's hard not to blame the buyers because
you have steady sellers.
They wouldn't give instructions like that if they hadn't already received a poorly packed or wrong mailing stuff before.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I agree.
I like to think about it. They're not talking to me. They're talking to somebody they got. But I generally go ahead and message the buyer. Oh yeah, I never do it the wrong way. So
I don't crack.
In fact, my shipping on that was, I charged the buyer $7.52, which is exactly the price we pay for a padded flat rate mailer. So, and that's what it's going in. So there you go.
Well, I heard from I can't even remember who I heard it from, but I heard that the priority packages are going before medium mail or first class or standard shipping or anything. They're getting scanned in.
That's what I've heard. But
maybe I heard it from you.
I've been trying not to send media mail unless
Yeah.
Like I had a 5-pound book going to California the other day, and I just couldn't upgrade the ship. It was just too much to upgrade it because yeah.
I don't think I've ever had a problem with media mail arriving in any much slower than anything else.
Yeah.
Hi, all you wonderful peeps.
Hey, Brandon.
Morning, Brandon.
Maggie says hi. Yeah, and then like Brandon was telling me yesterday that somebody that he works with knows somebody that works at the distribution center in Detroit, and usually their crew is about 30 people, and he said there's 2 people in a crew right now in Detroit, and so that is one reason why it's super slow I've had a couple of messages from people that have bought stuff from me on eBay and Macari, and about the time that it's taking for the packages to get to them, and that they're basically just like in limbo. It's like they're just sitting and without any scans, or that they might have a few scans saying that they left my house and went to the post office, and that was about it. And so like that package I'm getting from John, and it was in Cincinnati for, it said 7 or 8 days now in Ohio.
Oh, wow.
That's where he's at. And so they something, and so I've been waiting on that. Still,
I finally got
his fault.
my 9x6x3 boxes.
When did you order those?
Ordered on the 24th. I got them yesterday.
Wow.
Which is, I've never ordered boxes from eBay before, and it take that long.
Yeah, usually they're in 2 days. Usually on my porch.
They took the order and printed the tracking, but they didn't take it to the post office for over a week.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
This was EcoSwift. ECOSWIFT. They sell a lot on eBay.
Did they say that it was gonna take a long time for them to do that?
I messaged them and they said, we've had a slowdown because of the COVID thing. And I was like, yeah,
maybe just an excuse.
Really? That's an easy, it may be, I'm not there. I'm not, I'm not in their shoes, but that sounds like an easy excuse to use.
Yeah.
So
yeah, for sure. Especially since eBay's giving us a kind of a break on
the crazy card
or anything.
Yeah. The crazy card 9x6x3 boxes fit perfectly in the USPS padded flat rate mailer.
A 963?
Yeah. So I use them a lot.
Wow, that's kind of cool, because there's a lot of stuff that usually I'm like, well, if I could fit that in a padded flat rate, I would, instead of using up just the box.
Or stuff that I would send padded flat rate, but I want more protection, so to put it in the box first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
Jason
says,
go ahead.
For me, it's got to be over a pound, or I just use a regular padded flat rate.
Yeah.
Or a regular padded envelope. But yeah, anything over a pound and small enough to fit in a 963, it'll go right into a padded flat rate mailer. You kind of have to crunch the corners down. Scott and Dusty taught me that.
Huh.
Yeah.
On one of their chats, they took a 963 box, and the end of the box that you put in the padded flat rate first, they kind of crunch the corners of the box in. Just kind of bump them on the top of a table, each of the four corners, and then it slides right in real easy.
I haven't done I haven't opened my YouTube in a while. Having StreamYard up, I just have StreamYard chat going down the side. So that's why they don't have freaking wrenches.
That's why you don't see who has wrenches. Jason says, did you all see the Austrian professor rant? He is not happy. I watched the show of his the other night about the eBay managed payments. Yeah, he's usually a pretty upbeat kind of guy on eBay, or at least he's usually really even keeled, but he's not happy with eBay at all lately. Morning, Valerie. Fishing and picking. If you got shipping overdue on the dashboard, maybe it wasn't scanned in when you at the post office. Yeah, I don't worry about the restricted items because I don't sell any of them. That's the thing. I think he sells coins and things.
Oh, maybe that's why.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see if that's, somebody's big sellers or whatever. And,
Yeah.
now they're going to have to figure out some way to compensate. Yeah, that's got to be hard.
Oh, Mike says he cuts the priority shoe boxes in half. Oh. I never thought of that.
That's a good idea, too.
I'll have to look, Jason. Well, Fishing and Picking said something about managed payments. Wait, let me scroll back up. 6 days on managed payments, down 58% over the 7 days. So I don't know. I feel like my sales over the past, say, 3 days have been down. They were up so much. And like the past few days they've been down. So I don't know.
So are you on it now?
I am not. But I'm wondering if it's just a general slowdown or if it's really, for him, related to his managed payments.
Yours isn't in effect yet, is it, Fishing and Picking?
I don't know, Jennifer. Yeah, Lisa sells adult items. I don't know if she's... I don't know what she would do.
Jason.
Nikki, what are you doing, buddy? There.
If you got cars full of gold coins and Playboys, you better sell them now.
Yeah, all 3 of those are restricted now. No managed payments to get your Playboys or your cars or your gold coins.
So, Fishing and Picking, let me ask you. So, right now, because I watched some of Beth with Thrift Daddy the other night, but there's still some questions that I have about how, like at the end of the month, do you still get charged for your store? Or, see, I would think that they would break that up or have you pay right at first or something, instead of paying at the end of the month for your subscription.
Mine gets paid on the 15th every month.
I know, but that's going to change.
What are they doing with the deal?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, on Amazon, you pay that $40 per month pro seller fee, and it just comes out of whatever's in your account on a certain day of the month. So
daily Amazon gets their portion.
So
of your sales.
Amazon pays out every 2 weeks, and your money just builds up for 2 weeks. And then I think you can go in and manually take it if you like. I just let mine build up. For the default is 2 weeks. I just let mine build up. And on a certain point in time, a certain day, I forget what day it is, that money just comes off, whatever in there. So it might just stay on the 15th and they just take it out of whatever's in your account.
But whenever it goes on in July, whenever everybody goes to manage payments, they were saying that there's a daily or weekly payout.
Right.
And see, I was thinking that it was going to be like multiple payouts per day. Like, if you sell one thing, you're going to ship your item, and then it's going to give you a payout. And then if you sell another item, it's going to do the same thing. I thought it was going to be like that, but now that I read about it, I think it's just going to be like once a day. And the same thing with once a week. But
right.
I'm wondering where the fees or the subscription comes in, because when you have a subscription, you would think that, well, for like right now, you pay ahead of time. You don't pay after. You don't pay after the month's over. You pay a month ahead.
Right. But if right now on the 15th of the month, it just comes off your eBay invoice, correct? And then it's just, you just pay that in your fees at the end of the month.
But I thought your fees came out whenever.
So in this case, I think on that certain day per month, whatever happens to be in your account, they'll just take that. It'll just deduct that amount, the $59, whatever.
Anybody in the chat that knows more, please let us know if we're
just speculating.
Yeah.
Morning, Liz.
My
read
eBay, it comes out the 15th out of my PayPal account.
Yeah, so I think it will just come off your balance.
Whatever I owe for shipping and fees and everything, it just all comes out once a month on the 15th and out of my PayPal into eBay.
I wish they would just be. Morning, Julie. Just do their frequently asked questions page is just so vague. I don't know why they just don't put the answers to these questions. Because I know people are asking them because they're asking them in every YouTube show that I'm in. Somebody asks these same questions.
Yeah, to me, it doesn't make sense because, like Frankie says, when you pay on the 15th, it is for the month prior. This month we will pay for April 16th to May 15th. Okay, so you're paying for the month prior. So when again do you pay for, like whenever you have the managed payments in place, when do you pay for your subscription? And will it just come out of the bank account that you have set up with managed payments?
Well, that's a good question, but for me, it wouldn't matter. I always keep a big enough balance in PayPal to pay any fees that eBay's going to charge me anyway. I don't care when they take it out. Just don't overcharge me or something accidental like that.
I know, but how would you even know?
Well, you get a statement, and if the amount they take out of PayPal matches the statement, then you know.
You get a statement?
Yeah.
Like in the mail?
No, I get it both in my regular email, and I get it in eBay messaging. I get two separate emails with my statement in it every month.
I don't know if I get a PayPal statement. Yeah, Yeah, she thinks she's allowed, Julie. It's okay. No, she's kind of being on vacation right now because Tina's there. Okay, so well, this is the thing, like, right? Like, do you have to leave money? Or see, there's a lot of questions that I like don't even know how to start. Okay, so Frankie's Fine says, aren't we gonna need to leave money in managed payment to cover shipping anyways?
Well, I mean, shipping is, you don't pay shipping unless you've got an order, right? So the money's already inherently, oh no, that's right, because, oh, yikes, she's right. Because now you don't get your money immediately as soon as it's paid, like PayPal. They'll hold that money.
Right.
So yeah, I think a lot of people go over to Pirate Ship or something. I think at that point I might go to Pirate Ship, because then I can, because right now all my eBay fees are paid on my rewards card.
Mm-hmm.
And I get points for that. So I'll lose those points with the fees being taken out of my invoice. So I may just switch over to Pirate Ship so I can put all my postage on my rewards card and get points for that. Otherwise, you're going to have to build it up. You're going to have to.
So shipping is going to be through normally through eBay, right?
Right, you'll do it right through eBay.
So then, but they're not going to allow you to pay for the shipping out of the cost of the item. Like whenever somebody pays for the item, they're not going to allow you to take the shipping out of that.
I don't think so. I think now under the new managed payments, your payment doesn't show up in your account for a few days. That's
right.
That's the impression I get. Yeah, that's what Frankie and Liz did with you, Sarah. Oh, Auction Professor said the shipping costs will be on your monthly statement. So they would allow you to go into a negative balance. They would allow you to go into a negative balance to buy shipping, apparently. It'll just be on your monthly statement.
See, that's all confusing to me.
That's the way it is on Amazon. I know I keep going back to Amazon, but that's the way it is. Although Amazon, your money builds up over 2 weeks. So generally I have money in there. But if, say, the day after, I get a sale, or the day after I sweep my money into my account, it goes into my account, and I have a zero balance, and then I get a sale and I have to ship it, that I just ship it right through Amazon, and the money just comes off. And then once that money for that sale hits, it covers it. So they must allow you to build up a little. They must allow you to just do the shipping, even if you don't have a balance right then. And it all comes out in the wash, I guess.
See, to me, it doesn't make any damn sense to do this whole thing if you're not going to, like, have the shipping come off before you have to have your money deposited. You know what I mean? Like, before you have your daily deposit.
Right.
The shipping should come off of that. There shouldn't be like a bill of lading or something,
I don't think it will. I think that it will come off of that. So if your payments are a day or two behind, so say today, what's in your account is for the sales you had on, and I don't even know what the heck day today is. What day is today?
Today's Wednesday.
So today, the money that's in your account is for sales you had on Monday.
Right.
doesn't include the sales. So when you're doing your shipping, that money will just come off of there.
Yeah.
It'll just be, yeah. And then at some point in the day, whatever time the sweep happens, whatever is there comes out.
So, okay, Frankie says, so then it's like Sally was saying about our subscription fee, your monthly bill will be your subscription plus your shipping. And so it'll be like it was before, but you'll get less money because your fees are already taken out.
Oh, it's so confusing. Why don't they just tell you?
So how many days does your money get delayed with?
It says you could have it taken out daily, or weekly. You can have it dropped into your bank account.
On managed payments?
Yeah.
So all the sales you make that day get dropped that day.
You can, but you have to wait 2 days. Like, it takes 2 days to build up whatever was, which it doesn't make any dang sense to me either why they would do it that way.
This says seller payouts are consistently initiated to their bank account in 2 business days of an order confirmation. So once you confirm the order, it takes 2 days to be initiated to your bank account. So that's, I guess, if you do daily. So yeah, it takes 2 days for it to be in your account and able to be transferred out.
Oh, Karen says that Katie and Vicky are having a friend on their show today, and she's been on managed payments from the beginning, so it might be worth watching.
I'll have to check it out. I don't know why I thought Katie and Vicky were on with Fridays. I'll check it out. Oh, that's probably Teresa. What's her name? Teresa. Jeez, I can't think of her name. They have a friend who's got an in with eBay. And I forget her name. Teresa something or other.
Yeah, it would just be really good if there was like a facts section to, things that people ask, like us, we could put into the fact and they can answer it for us.
Teresa Cox.
Teresa Cox. That's it. I couldn't think of it. I don't know. Yeah, eBay is poor in the communication department.
I think they somewhat try, especially with eBay for business and stuff like that, but they just don't hit it on the mark for sure. And I understand a little bit why they do that, because they want to keep things vague in case they need to cover their own ass or just change things.
Right.
Straight up. Yeah. eBay CAO is probably like clueless. What do you do?
I wish I could be clueless and make the money that they are. I'm clueless anyway, but I don't make that kind of money, so.
Yeah.
They get paid not to be close.
Nope, you're beeping.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah. Forgot to plug in my headphones overnight, so they may be weird.
Oh. I was going to say, I haven't heard you beep in a long time.
Yeah. Anyway.
So what was your topic for today, Todd?
The topic for today.
Not this.
I don't know. Let's see. You know, I was wondering, maybe we could chat a little bit. You know, has the majority of America already received their stimulus money from the government?
Yes.
So, are we going to see slower sales now that probably most of that money is already spent now? Or a very large portion of it is already spent.
Could be.
We're gonna see. Did we reach our peak about a month ago on?
Anissa says yes on April 15th. We got ours like right off the back.
Mm-hmm. I got mine on the first.
Right off the bat. Morning,
We
Glenn.
haven't gotten ours yet.
Do you do your taxes? Do you file your taxes electronically?
Yeah.
And you did your 2019 taxes? Because the people I know who haven't gotten it are people who haven't done their taxes yet.
No, 2019 isn't done yet.
That's probably why.
My tax accountant was supposed to have it done by the 15th, but since the time got extended, I think she decided to drag her feet on some of her accounts. So I haven't gotten mine in yet because she hasn't gotten them back to me yet.
That's probably why you haven't gotten it, your check. Although I thought it was supposed to be based on 2018. Oh, and Nissa says she didn't do 2019 and they got theirs. Huh, that's weird. Did you go onto that website, Todd, where you can check your status?
I did, but they wanted me to put in the adjusted gross figure, and I thought that had to be for 2019. So if they'll take 2018, then I'll go ahead and do it.
I would do it because they're basing it off the 2018. Hey, Glenn, I'm so jealous. Glenn gets to get a haircut today. My husband looks like a caveman. Hair is so long. I would pull out your 2018 number, Todd. Pop that in.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
And Nissa, didn't you get to go to a thrift shop, though? I thought I saw on Facebook you got to go to Goodwill. We are closed up tighter than a drum here. With no, like they're not even saying by this date you could do it. There's no end date in sight. They're just like, we'll let you know when we want to open things up.
Yeah, the Northeast got hit so hard. I can see them. I can see y'all being slower to get yours done than us.
Yeah, Texas Val says I haven't turned in my 2019 and I got mine, but I went in and put my bank information and they sent it within a week. So you just need to go in and open up.
Yeah. If you go to that one place, I don't. It's the government website or whatever. You should be able to put in your information. Yeah, you should be able to put in your information in that government website, Todd, and they can do it direct deposit.
I wonder how long it takes after you do that.
Probably not long, especially since they already started mailing checks. So,
Yeah. And if you filed electronically, they probably will do it. They would probably just do a direct deposit. Yeah.
I did not pay electronically. I filed electronically, but then I mailed in a check for my balance.
no, if you filed electronically,
Yeah.
it should be all right.
Okay.
Yeah, see, dog groomers aren't open here.
They are open?
No, they are not.
They're
open where, where's Anissa at? She in Pennsylvania?
I had my hair cut too yesterday.
Oh.
There it is right there. Here, I'll put it on the thing. It's irs.gov/coronavirus/get my payment.
Jason says if you give him your your Social Security number, Todd, he'll help you out. Just post it in the chat.
Give me my Social Security and my credit card and my bank account numbers, and we're good to go.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And your adjusted gross income.
Take care of you.
You're welcome, Bob Crack. Yeah, your bank info has to, as far as I know, your bank info has to be updated so that you'll get direct deposits. Oh, that's good, Liz. Gotta get your shits heads done. Oh, is that the loan thing, Texas Val? The PPP program?
We only have one employee, but I'll take it.
Heck yeah, Val. What?
Just reading what she said.
Oh.
Jeez.
I didn't hear you.
That's because you weren't supposed to hear me.
So Brandon bought a grill yesterday. And it took him all day to put it together. Because he took everything out of the box. It's one of these 4-burner grills. Took everything out of the box, and then there's this other box to the side that had like the grills and stuff, the actual grates and stuff. So, you would think that that's just for that. Well, he's putting the frame of it together, and he's like, there's not these two pieces. And so he went back to Walmart, got another one. Had to put everything back into the box. He, what did he say? Is he talking shit?
No, I just.
Oh,
God, that sounds like not much fun.
Yeah, so he comes on with the second one, takes it all apart, and he's like, "It's these two pieces. They're missing out of this box too." So he takes it back to Walmart, and the lady in the department says, "I'm just going to give you these two pieces off of the floor model." I'll probably get my ass chewed, but I'm going to do it anyways.
Mm.
And he brings it home. It's in that stupid box.
It's in the
Oh,
other box.
another
Yep.
box.
So
Yep.
did he take the pieces back to the floor model?
I don't think so. I
So
don't
he's
think
got the extra
he's
2
gonna do
pieces.
that.
What?
Take the floor model pieces back.
Fuck no, I ain't.
They shouldn't have made it so confusing, right,
I
Brandon?
know.
I
I
do
know.
100-piece puzzles.
I mean, there was a lot of pieces to that.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
they have you reaching up underneath sharp metal edges to screw a screw in, you know, and you're like, ow. And then it's like IKEA furniture.
Mm-hmm.
It never fails. I always get the laminated side facing up. I
Couple
mean
hours.
down instead of up like it's supposed to be on an IKEA piece.
Yep.
Are you going to work yet?
Yeah, I gotta go to work right now. I just told you. I just said bye. I'll see you in a
Okay.
couple hours.
All right. Bye.
That's
Great.
you and everybody
Good
else.
job. Fish and pick us Todd. Didn't you order a Chinese girl off of eBay last year? Did it ever arrive?
Nah, I canceled the order because I didn't have any of those size clothing to go with that thing.
Anyways, hey, send me some money.
I'll message you.
Give me some money.
Chinese grill, he says, not girl, grill. I did not order a Chinese girl off of Alibaba or anything. Yeah, I got my grill fine. I put it together. It only took me like 18 hours to put my grill together.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. It's funny, the instructions for a grill, you get it. Use the 3 hex bolts A43 to add this part to your grill, and you're like, what's an A43? You got a big old bag of screws, you know, you don't know which one's the A43.
Oh, Lord. I know. Some of them come with things into, this bag is the A3, this bag is the. But Michael, he doesn't like reading instructions until the thing's done, and then he's put one part on backwards, or he has the thing about 3 directions.
And then the ones with pictures to help you out, they're more like caricatures. They don't look anything like the part you're holding in your hand.
Right.
Well, yesterday on the instructions, I was seeing it looked like I was stoned yesterday. I will admit it. I was way stoned. So, but I was, trying to read the directions to figure out how to put this together and try to help him. But it looked like, how it will show like this piece is going towards this piece, so it will show that it's on the outside, and it'll have like, dots or whatever,
Drinkies.
to show that it's going on the outside of the frame or whatever. Well, on this one it showed the outside, and then the next one it showed the inside. And I'm like, that ain't right. It's supposed to go on the inside. I'm thinking they were showing it upside down and then right side up. And I was like, man, you are trying to confuse people like that. That was awful.
Yeah, I just know little Chinese instruction writers are just sitting over there in their little cubicles just laughing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if an American can figure this out.
I'm right back.
Yeah, those were horrible. It didn't matter that I was stoned though, Hank. I was still trying to figure it out. Yeah. I was not in my completely right mind, but yeah, he's the one that totally missed the whole box thing and he dragged, it said that girl weighed 79 pounds, I think. And he carried that in and out of the truck about 7 times. I'm like, man, that's a hard lesson, ain't it?
Doesn't he work some at Walmart? Sally, doesn't Brandon work at Walmart some?
Mm-hmm.
So why wouldn't he just put those pieces in his pocket and take it with him?
Because I don't think he wants to admit that he was wrong.
Okay, whatever.
Because he's a man.
Because he's a man. I mean, he's going there anyway, so. Like,
I know, but at the same time, I don't think he wants to admit that he was wrong.
Yeah. It's kind of like some of the orders I send out for things. If a customer can't figure out how to work it, then they just item not as described on me. That happens several times a year, you know.
Yeah.
Did you push the on button?
Right.
Ooh.
Did you actually turn it on?
Yeah. I just went ahead and shipped it back because it's not working.
Did you plug it in?
Yeah.
I know, he probably wasn't.
Work for a customer, and he said, I may have to ship this back. It's not working. Okay. I never tested. There were a set of games that I never tested because I didn't have the system. Anyway, I just said, just return them if they don't work. So after several days, they messaged me and said, oh, I figured it out. I had to change a setting on my machine, you know, to take this game. It works great. I'm so happy. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, just like my little volume thing I have on my headphones. I have a volume thingy, and sometimes I forget that it's there. And I'm like, I can't hear anybody. And I'm like, okay. I remember that I have a volume thingy on there, and then I have to scroll that.
Your government issued name. You're fishing. Your parents didn't get to name you. You got named by a government issue. What's he saying?
I don't know. Okay, I got scared yesterday when eBay messaged me using my government issued name. Oh, maybe because that's what's on your license or whatever. Huh. I'm not on it yet. You know, I went ahead and set up my bank account last night. But then I'm like, well, that was kind of dumb of me. I should have just waited. Because I'm probably not going to. It's probably not going to start for anybody else right now until it starts, until July.
The date I saw was 20th of July.
Yeah. So, I mean, I might opt into it just because, but.
I did. I don't really see any reason. Hey, Jim and Tara.
Hi, Jim, Tara.
Like a rapper, yeah. The artist formerly known as Jim.
As Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
He's the real Jim Carrey.
Or Tara, yeah. The artist formerly known as Tara. Funny.
He's a real Jim Carrey, and is that like being the real Slim Shady?
Yeah. The artist formerly known as Dex.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just don't. I figured I'm just gonna hold off because they wanted me to register for it or whatever. Oh, right. Actor Jim Carrey has 2 R's. That's true. But I just waited. I'm just gonna wait. Probably till it gets more time. More closer to July anyways.
I think is the end date for everybody July 20th? What happens if you don't do that registration process? Do you just get dumped in anyway?
Mm-mm.
Like
I think you have to register.
Yeah, the way it sounds to me is
If-
you either in or we're going to suspend your account. Maybe, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they're going to suspend the account, but it's like it sounded to me as if they're saying that's the date. You can pre-register now and get yourself ready, or you can go in unprepared, basically.
Yeah, but I'm just wondering how that's gonna prepare you anymore.
Mike says, good question. I will let you know. Well, on my dashboard now, I have a section that says you're on the list. It's a payment section.
Yeah, so is mine.
Oh, so you've already mine?
No.
Oh, you haven't. So mine says you've successfully registered for managed payments, and then it gives you a checklist of things to do before July 20th.
Mm.
But basically, just to gather your information, know what kind of business you are, know what your tax ID number or social security number is, and most importantly, get your bank account information together.
Right.
And then identification information of each person who owns 25% or more of your business, if applicable. Nobody owns any business but me.
Mm.
And then just to make sure that your
What the hell?
any third party, like I use GoDaddy bookkeeping, that all of that is integrated, which it is. So
I pushed the button.
you push the button.
Yeah,
I
register
need to
now.
hurry and get some coins listed.
Yeah, you might.
My time runs out because
Mike says, good question. I'll let you know, because he's apparently going in kicking and screaming.
yeah, me too.
I just don't know how fishing and picking. Picking and fishing. Oh my God. Fishing and picking got pushed into it. I don't know how that happened.
He had to have registered without knowing that he was registering. You know what I mean?
I did that. Like sometimes I'll download stuff on my computer. I didn't really realize that I wasn't supposed to do that, and then my computer screwed up for 6 months afterward.
Yeah. Jim and Tara says, I think I saw they're working on fixing the coin thing. I did watch an eBay thingy on YouTube where they were talking about it, and they said that these things that are not permitted, it's due to regulations and within the various payments that they accept, and that they're just working on fixing them. I can't imagine they would give up on the revenue from all that stuff. I can't see that happening.
Yeah. Coins and cars are big money on eBay.
Oh, fishing and picking. I was dumb and opted in because I was trying to learn more about it a few weeks ago. Yep, pushed the wrong button, apparently.
Okay, so whenever it asks me to link a bank account, it says funds from items sold will be deposited in this bank account. You also authorize us to debit your bank account for any amounts you may owe eBay entities, such as reimbursing eBay for buyer refunds and other charges. So yeah, if there is any refunds or whatever that has to be done, that's going to come out of that bank account.
So it's not going to be done out of PayPal anymore. You can't set up refunds out of PayPal.
Nope.
No.
I just learned something.
The buyer may pay through PayPal, but that's nothing to do with how it manages on your end.
Right. And it's asking for routing and account.
Hank says, I thought it was going to be like Posh or Mercari where buyer has to mark, okay, no problems, and transaction is finalized. That is not true. What it said is 2 days after that you confirm the order, that money will come into your account. So you don't have to wait until the item is received and accepted.
Oh, Tara Winston. Hi, Tara.
Hi, Sally.
How you doing?
Hey, Tara.
I thought I'd pop in. I haven't been on in a long time.
I know.
I think they're going to fix the coin thing and the car thing and all that stuff. Honestly, and am I crazy? I am. But I thought you could still accept payment through PayPal. It would be just a second payment choice. Adyen would always take the top payment choice, but I thought you could still have it marked as a second payment choice. So in that case, you could just have maybe mark PayPal as payment on that stuff.
When you're buying stuff, you can use PayPal, but but it won't be used for selling at all.
So it won't be like, you know, like if I had a credit card processor, I can have it as a second like choice for accepting payments. You can't do that with PayPal.
No, I don't believe so.
The managed payment system already has like certain ones that they'll take, which PayPal Credit is two of them, and along with Apple Pay and Visa and Credit MasterCard or whatever.
Yeah.
And so that's just the choice for how someone can pay.
Yeah.
But it's not anything to do with seller.
Yeah, well, I think they're gonna fix it. I mean, there's too many people that sell collectible coins on there that it'd be too much revenue loss from eBay.
Oh yeah.
The car thing too, but honestly, cars, local pickup items, you don't have to pay for until you pick them up. So you can just I can't believe you're still gonna be able to sell cars because it's just gonna be payment due when they pick the item up.
Yeah.
Morning, Carol.
Yeah, see, to me, that doesn't make sense either, Hank. I would have thought that they would make you wait like at least 7 days for your money to process. And for some, the way that they have it on Mercari and Poshmark, it kind of leaves, leaves nothing to guess. You know what I mean? If the person gets their money or gets their item or whatever that's shipped to them, they have to say, okay, I accept this item and, nothing's wrong with it. But if eBay's not even doing that, then they're like missing out on trying to take away from the whole scam thing and fraud thing. you know, like they're missing out on an opportunity to take all that out of there, take all that out of the equation. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you're making Sally sense, which we
Okay.
understand.
Well, to me, it's just a missed opportunity on their part, because there's, you know, with refunds and all of that, I don't like having to guess if I'm going to have somebody say, "Oh, I got this item and it's not as, you know, as described." Well, I just sold a cutter quilt to someone and they took squares out of it and sent it back to me
Oh,
as
God.
item not described.
Huh.
And I'm like, no, I am not, you know, that's just not right. So anyways, I reported them. But you know, like,
And how did that turn out? Out of curiosity, did they put the money back to your account, or are they reviewing it?
Basically, when I told her to send me a picture, I could see from the picture that she had cut squares out of it.
Yeah.
And I said, she said that she was sending it back because it was more damaged than she thought it was in my pictures. And I said, I had like 7 pictures. And I was like, you only sent me 1 picture back and I can see a difference. Yeah, my pictures were good. I know, you know, I know what I know what I had or whatever. And I said, you can see from the pictures right there that you cut squares out of it. And she said, basically I'm not paying the shipping back. And it to Oregon.
Yeah.
And so I messaged eBay for Business. I told them, you know, I gave them my name or whatever, and so they could look me up and look at the messages and stuff like that and the pictures. And they said, basically, you're going to have to accept this return.
Yeah. Sometimes eBay will, you know, like let you keep the shipping money, like not make you pay for it, and then but they also give it back to the buyer. It's like this, you know, wash, you know, to keep both sides kind of happy.
Right. Well, whenever I went on the page that says give it a refund, or give them a refund or whatever, it had an option of giving the shipping back to them, and I opted not to. So I was like, screw it, I'm not doing it.
No.
And so you know, they can do whatever they need to do. And so that's, you know, I reported the buyer, and I was like, I don't think I should have to pay the shipping back, because, and it's not even that. It's like, you know, it's $7, $8, whatever. But the thing is that you let somebody get away with this, and they'll keep doing it.
Right.
Well, she's already learned to do it. That's the one thing. You will train a buyer on that item not as described. They figure out that then they don't have to pay the shipping back very quickly.
Yeah. And I was like, screw it, I'm not doing it. But I was glad they actually gave me the option, because usually that's not even on there on some of the returns that I've gotten.
Well, Jim handles the return department, so
yeah.
Is there an option on an item not as described where you can refund the shipping or not refund the shipping, or not always?
No.
If
it's not as described, you're stuck with the shipping.
Oh,
see, and that's what I thought.
The lady, she had like a quilt for scraps, and the lady cut squares out of it, and then says more damage than I thought. Opens an item not as described.
So you can report them. Sure, you can try to reverse the whole thing.
Yeah.
If they've damaged the item.
Yeah. What's your odds of success, though? Well,
I've heard
eBay,
of it working, but I've never done
I
it.
wonder if eBay doesn't let you have your money and let the buyer have their money and just part ways that way.
My experience with eBay is if they can't prove, if there's no way to prove that something's wrong, they're going to always rule on the side of the buyer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's always it's your burden to prove that the buyer did something wrong. It's always the burden's on the seller.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was like, I was surprised that there was that option that I could not give them the shipping back. Because usually it's not on there.
Oh, was this a return that was beyond the 30 days?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, but it was item is not as described, and they
If you did open an item not as
they
described,
gave
but
me
you
the
did,
option of not returning their shipping.
Oh, that's
And
interesting.
I
I've
didn't.
never had that option.
but you did contact like eBay for business and stuff, unless that
Oh.
did something. I don't know.
I don't know. They were the way that they were telling me was that that I was going to be stuck with the return or whatever, and I was like, well, what we'll see how it plays out or whatever. And I thought
I never contacted eBay for business. I always kind of figured it's probably really not worth my time.
Yeah.
Usually you have really good I don't know, like usually they've been really good with the feedback and stuff with if you message them, they'll message you within that same day or whatever and give you an answer. And usually it seems to me like it's been on the sellers, like kind of on the seller side more, but maybe not.
Well, feedback, it depends on what the feedback, like if they're saying, the thing, it took forever to get here. Well, you can complain to eBay and say, hey, you can see the shipping time. It got there on time and this feedback's wrong. Yeah, that will definitely rule on your side because they have evidence that you did what you were supposed to do in this, and the buyer's not being fair in their feedback.
Right.
But it's when you get like obscure stuff like, the color doesn't match or something like that. It's eBay's like, well, we can't look at the item, so we just got to take the buyer's word for it, and you're stuck with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't like people trying to get one up on somebody else, and hey, I'm paying attention here, if I'm sure that there's a lot of, I mean, why would you do that? It was crazy. She cut 4 squares, 4 damn squares, and she didn't want the rest of it. Yeah.
Sally, when you deal with enough people, you're going to deal with some assholes. And that's the same thing with selling stuff. You're at a thing where you sell enough stuff, you're going to deal with some people that are jerks.
Yeah, but I try to think like how they're thinking is like, what the hell?
Well, how do you think how a butthole thinks? If you're going to be one, you're going to be one.
That's not true, Sally. All people are basically good and believe everything.
Au revoir.
Anyway, I always I'm kind of like, sometimes I'll be like, we don't get a lot of returns, but like sometimes we'll get like a kind of a BS thing, and it's like, all right, me and Jim will say something to each other, and then we just let it go. Because honestly, it's just not worth getting upset about. It's just look at it like the cost of doing business. Just let it go.
Why let them get in your head and then this emotional toll? Just settle it, move on. You got the weights off your shoulder and just love the rest of your life.
The same thing with like a negative feedback. If we get like a negative feedback, Jim puts in what's your standard response?
If you have a problem with your item, contact us so we can help.
And then we block their ass so they can't contact us anyway. But if you as a buyer, when you go look at my feedback and I have 1,100 good feedback and 5 bad feedback, you're not going to look at my positive feedback. You're going to go look at my negative feedback to see how I deal with people that had a complaint. So that response makes it look like, oh, they seem like they're reasonable to deal with or whatever. So if you judge us on that, like, okay, they seem like they're reasonable people to deal with. I think they'll be okay to buy from. And that don't get combative, don't get argumentative, like going back and forth, like it was in the description or whatever.
The buyer doesn't know how to read.
Yeah, you just put that standard. If you have a problem with your item, please contact us for a refund. How's life in Kentucky? We like it a lot. Like where I used to live, Easter Sunday, they got 16 inches of snow, and I was out in the yard looking at flowers that are blooming. It was awesome. No, we like it down here a lot.
Yeah.
We have like a lot of conveniences that we didn't have in Eagle River. Like if we had to go to Walmart, we had to drive like 30, 35 minutes to go to one. Now I can get in the car and I'm at one in like 12 minutes. So
Yeah.
it's a bigger town. Brandon likes it.
I need to see a new haul video from Jim and Tara.
I know. Well, we
You
kind
can
of
leave
quit
out where
doing.
you got it. I know why you don't do them anymore, but you can leave out where you got the stuff. And just we got a good haul from this garage sale, and then
I don't know. I
because you
did
gotta
like
get some auction or something.
me and Jim like talk about like, well, now I mean all I have is some online auctions, so and there you don't get as much of stuff. And Jim's like, he like shared it with, he has a friend like that is like kind of like a college friend. Anyways, like wants to start doing eBay. He goes, well, where can I learn about doing eBay? He goes, here, watch my videos. And then Jim's like, oh yeah, I was watching my videos. They were good. We should do something. And we talk about it, but I don't know if we'll ever go back to doing like a haul video. And I don't even know if we'll ever really go back to doing videos. But sometimes we do say something like, oh yeah, we should do something. I mean, I'm not going to tape myself riding around in the car because, well, that's Dusty's thing. So I'm not going to copy somebody. So I want to try to be original. And then if we were taped like that, I mean, me and Jim swear and stuff or talk about inappropriate things. So it's like, no, that probably isn't a good thing for us to be trying to tape.
It's like hooking up after you've been married 20 years. Like, yeah, that was fun. We should do that sometime. Yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah. I remember those days. That was a lot of fun.
So anyway, do you think you'll ever do videos again? I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean,
yeah, like last week, he's like, oh yeah, we should do videos again. And then we talked about some ideas, and then now it's like, oh yeah, well, we'll see.
It's like sex.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh.
We're in a bigger pond here. We have a lot more people that resell, and not that they're YouTube people, but they're definitely people that watch YouTube. And I'm like, do I really? Maybe I should make you work a little harder to find my store if I can. It's pretty easy to say, oh, they sold an accordion for $1,400. Let's do just as yours first. Oh, here they are. And I was at that auction and look at, they did this, this, and this on those items, you know. So anyway.
Has your auctions been running lately?
Just some online auctions. We won't have any live auctions here. We have this stupid Democrat governor. No offense.
The Democrat has nothing to do with it. It's not political.
Okay, well, whatever. But he's one that's really dragging his feet on opening up the state. We're kind of in the South, but we're kind of like we got a northern governor or something. You can't have like 50 or more people in a thing until like July here. Like they canceled our county fair, which is like the end of June. They can't. The state fair is still on in August, but they're canceling like everything down here.
Yeah.
Well, an auction. How are you going to have a live auction? There's no way you won't have more than 50 people in it. So you got these little auction companies are trying to do these online auctions right now just to keep going. You know.
Yeah.
Which I've been doing those. I guess I've mostly been just doing online auctions. And selling stuff I had, going through my own stuff.
Goodwill's closed.
Yeah, they banned garage sales here, so there's no garage sales right now. No thrift stores.
You know what I seen on the thing the other day is that because they usually ask for you to get a permit for a garage sale. Now you can have. They're saying that they extended garage sale permits to where. Please only have 2 a year, but you don't have to get a permit now.
Well, I don't think you have to get permits here, at least unless maybe you're in the city, you need a permit. I don't know. I'm not in the city, but no, we have no garage sales. And this is like, okay.
Oh, we do have online marketplace, the Facebook marketplace.
Yeah, Facebook marketplace, and I've tried to get some stuff there, but you know, if you see it like after it's been on for like 10 minutes, odds of you getting it, I mean, are like nil. Anyway, I don't know. He's really he's kind of trying to drag his feet. He's getting some heat here, so he's made some concessions where now restaurants I think can open up at 30% capacity like May 22nd, which before he had that pushed all the way out till like the middle of June. But the people down here are definitely getting owly, so which is good. Maybe they'll say something. He had to put up like at wherever he has his broadcast thing for his like daily coronavirus update thing. I guess they had to like make the protesters step back from the building. It's like in the I don't know.
Roped them off.
They roped them off. Is that governor's mansion? They do it, and then they had to soundproof it so you couldn't hear the protesters when he's doing his thing. I'm like, well, that's not good. Anyway, I don't know. My thing on like, I don't know, like when you go to Walmart, is it packed? Because if this COVID was going to kill that many people, all those people wandering around Walmart, why in the heck aren't they getting like, you know, not being able to come out, being sick or whatever? You would think it would be like Lowe's, Home Depot, Rural King.
Right.
I mean, I go in those places. You can't hardly walk around. I was in Walmart yesterday. The fishing equipment aisle is sold out. Sold out.
Yeah.
There's a few rods, a few lures, but for the most part, it's sold out. My Walmart, the crafting aisle, you can't buy thread, any of that kind of stuff. It's completely bare. Yeah, which I feel bad. Like so you have a Joann Fabric that's just right by Walmart. They can't open up.
Right.
Is that really fair to that store? I mean, you're really putting that store out of business. But they're just going into Walmart. You're condensing the people and shoving them into Walmart, and they're all buying the stuff out. I mean, I love Walmart. I'm not anti-Walmart, but it's not really fair that Walmart gets to sell all this stuff, and you have like Joann Fabrics. I mean, maybe they have an online presence. I don't buy that kind of stuff, so. But I mean, that's not really fair to these other stores.
And when you're in the store, you're on top of each other. Yeah. And then when you go up to the checkout, then you make sure you're 6 feet apart.
Yeah.
But you've been like right on top of each other throughout the entire square feet of the Walmart store.
Yeah.
You've been exposing yourself and them to you the entire store. But then when you get up to checkout, you have your mask on and you religiously stand 6 feet apart. Yeah. It's hilarious.
Well, I don't even wear the mask. They were going to make us wear the mask on the 11th. That was supposed to be mandatory, and then they changed it where it's optional, and I refuse to wear the mask. I figure I'm sick. I'm just not doing it.
Are you feeling like you have to pay more on your online auction stuff than what you would?
Yeah. Well, because they piece everything apart one item at a time. Where before at a live auction, I might get a flat full of stuff that has good stuff in it and some other stuff in it. Now, you know, it's like, okay, bullet mold, just this one thing you can buy instead of, you know, before I'd buy it in a box with some other crap.
Yeah.
And the thing about online auctions, they're tougher because everybody with a butt is sitting in the comfort of their wherever on their computer bidding this stuff up and then going back to eBay and looking it up and then bidding on it and looking it up. I mean, yes, it's not like my ideal way of sourcing. I mean, I'm lucky because I got a lot of junk yet, and I just go through and sell stuff I have. Like, we have a spare bedroom that I'm having Jim is painting for me. We're finally getting that done, but it's full of video games. So what I'm doing is I'm going through the video games. I'm like, okay, are these video games you aren't going to play? And I just go list them for sale. So, and it does kind of clear out my house some, and Britt keeps money coming in. Actually, I can't really complain about sales. Sales have been good.
Yeah.
You know, that's the one thing I think because people are stuck. You have states where people don't have rummage sales, don't have thrift stores. At least, I don't know if that's helping drive people over to eBay to buy crap.
Right.
Merchandise.
Yeah, merchandise, not crap.
Yeah. Well, I definitely think that people are buying more online right now.
Yeah, I agree. Well, and the other thing is, like with Amazon having these like long delayed shipping handling times, I do think that's helping eBay some.
Yeah. So I was going to screen share.
Oh.
Because okay, let me see. Okay, so I just had a thing pop up saying that Chrome has a bug that can cause screen sharing to crash on Windows 10. So we're just going to go with it and see if it works. Let's see. Okay, so let me blow this page up a little bit here. So I completed my information and everything, and it says you'll soon get to experience a new way to sell and get paid on eBay. Once we confirm your identity and business info, will email and notify you in eBay messages before activating your account for managed payments. When your account is activated, we'll automatically update your buyer feedback and listings to reflect the different ways buyers can pay. Then you can enjoy all the benefits managed payment offers. It
Yeah,
says
we do that too.
no transfers needed as items are sold. Schedule your payout to your bank account at a frequency you choose, daily or weekly. And then it says accepted forms of payment include credit, debit, gift cards, Apple Pay, Google Pay, PayPal, and PayPal credit. And then it says you'll pay one final value fee for items you sell on eBay, and you won't have to worry about third-party payment processing fees. Your final value fees will be automatically deducted from your sales, and the balance of your sales paid out to your bank account. Most sellers can expect to see overall savings. But I don't know about the savings part of it
I
because
don't know.
No. it kind of looks to be the same to me.
They're increasing the final value fee by a few percentage points, and then they're adding
Okay.
that 30% transaction fee.
Yeah.
And the same way with PayPal. Hey Beth, the same way with PayPal. If you do any kind of a refund, they still keep that 30-cent fee, which is standard. It's not standard.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much cheaper it'll be. I don't think it'll be that much less expensive. Or if it is, I don't think it'll stay that way.
Hey there,
You know what we're gonna do? I have a small store that I never pay much attention to. Actually, I'm gonna boost some listings up on there because that has not been put over to managed payments. Because I figure maybe in June, and I'll have money coming into PayPal simultaneously while this thing is being transferred over to managed payments on my main account.
Yeah.
Or I'll start listing over there and they'll switch me to managed payments there.
Maybe.
Yeah, there is some listings over there though.
But they'd have notified you by now if they're
true.
Or you'll get both accounts banned.
Both accounts will be banned. Well, we'll do a late night show bitching about how we got banned off of eBay.
Yeah, then we'll start making our money off YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube money. That's a good business plan. We should apply for the SBA for that one.
For sure.
So Frankie says, if you transfer that money to PayPal account, will you then have more fees taken out? Or if I have deposited to my bank account, then transfer to PayPal? Well, that's what we were asking the other night. Can you set up PayPal as your bank account that money gets transferred into?
I read somewhere you can.
Really?
I read somewhere you can. Now, don't quote me. I read somewhere. But the thing of it is okay, like
Morning,
you have to have like your eBay store, whatever name your eBay store is in, the bank account or PayPal would have to match that. So like Jim, the PayPal's in my name, but the eBay store's in his name, so that might be sort of hairy. Now, when we moved here, me and Jim finally got joint checking accounts because before that he had his checking account and I had mine. Because it's just like that before we got married. No reason. I know. Then he stopped having a checking account. So, but now we have a joint account, like regular married people.
So few checks, so it makes sense.
Anyway, so I know that was a thing. Is the name has to amount. We do.
We're like married people.
We are married. Oh, I didn't know that.
And then we file joint tax returns.
Oh, okay.
Hey there, Rita.
I'm gonna get a hyphenated last name.
You should.
I don't know.
I hate that when they tell you have an open offer and then you go and look at it and it's nothing.
No.
Jim, did I see you could take? Did I tell you that you could have PayPal as an option for depositing your direct payment in? I read that somewhere. I'm pretty sure I did.
I did
It
not.
could have been on the forums, but now take that with a grain of salt. If on the eBay forums is a BS, I don't know. I just happened to read it.
The thing is, oh, okay. Let's see if I can find it now. I think sometime in the past I tried to find a routing number for like my PayPal, and I don't think I could come up with a routing number.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but PayPal's eBay's baby, so they must have a way that they can figure out to transfer it. I mean, who would know their way around PayPal better than eBay?
Yeah.
I lean more towards just putting it in the bank because I can use my debit card with my bank account.
Yeah.
Because I trust the bank because I know they're regulated better than PayPal. I don't 100% trust PayPal.
Yeah, me neither.
It will, like, this will really, if this rolls out right, this is going to eliminate me really using PayPal for anything.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I'll just be done with PayPal.
I mean, because I'm not going to take and transfer money from my bank account over into a PayPal account to maybe use this card. I mean, I might as well just use my bank card. So
yeah, unless you had somebody had a PayPal loan,
that's true. If you had a working capital, which I don't have, so.
I mean, right now I just transfer everything out of PayPal into my bank account. So
yeah,
it's the middleman for me.
Yeah. Yes, and like when I go to an auction, I'll write out a check at an auction because then it's very easy at the end of the year because Jim has a record of our bank account. It's only auction checks. Then I go to Walmart, go buy like 2 things or 3 things or 4 things, and then because you can only take out $100 at a time, but they don't charge you ATM fees on it. So then I go and take, $200 to $400, $500 out of the Walmart self checkout, and then go over and drive over the bank and put it in the bank.
Yeah.
Because you can do it instantly.
Because that's the one thing I miss about down here. We don't have a Quick Trip anymore. Now I hope Nikki doesn't hear me say this because at Quick Trip they had no fee ATMs, and I haven't found one down here yet.
Clifton Pickens says Bolorama talks about workarounds with PayPal as a checking account and how to get an account and routing number.
Oh.
I mean, that would be interesting.
Frankie says it's in there. The routing number is in there in PayPal. I stole it under. Tara, do you have Wawas down there?
No.
Oh, because Wawas have the no fee.
Yeah, I've seen them in Florida, but we do not have them here. At least not, and we don't have anything like that in my town. I mean, I'm not going to go drive a half hour to not pay $2.50. So
yeah,
I mean, all my ATMs around here are going to charge you.
But it's easy. You buy a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
And you get
you spend $1 for a loaf of bread and then pull out $100. The only bad thing I would complain about Walmart is the top amount of money you could pull out is $100. I'd like it to be like 2 or 2.5, but whatever.
Yeah.
Sally, this says to go in PayPal, go to your profile, then click set up or view direct deposit. And there is where you will find the routing and the account number.
Huh.
But I think you need to have, I think it said you need to have a debit card associated.
I have a PayPal debit card.
Oh, well, then you should be good. And then
honestly, in my opinion, though, I'd feel safer having the managed payments put in my bank account than on PayPal. I don't know why. Something in the back of my head's like, I think I'd rather have it in my bank account.
Me too. I get money out of PayPal fast. I don't leave it sitting there.
Yeah, and actually, I'm doing that even more now because they changed my status thing with PayPal, saying that I'm no longer allowed to take my money automatically out, even though I've not had a problem doing that.
Really?
Yes, they gave me an alert
Huh.
that said I'm no longer able to have my money automatically taken out, or not automatically. I'm no longer
Like
allowed to
access
have it
to it?
available to me.
Huh.
But then they haven't
I mean,
haven't held anything.
I've gotten
Hmm.
the notice that my money is not available for instant transfer. Like you have to jump through some hoops to have instant transfer, but it doesn't matter to me. I just do the standard transfer.
Oh,
So
yeah, they probably charge you or something for instant
yeah.
transfer. I never do the transfer. For me, it will take like, isn't it like 2 or 3 days? I just go to the ATM, pull the cash out, and then go and put it in my bank account. So if I write out a check on Friday, I mean, not that I don't have the money, but I like to use my PayPal money. So I just go and put that in there, and then it covers that check.
Frank, I was thinking I would need to have some money in PayPal to cover subscription fees and shipping. But if I don't have money there, it will draw from the bank. Right. I think it just,
yeah.
I think if you are at a deficit point, they would draw from your bank.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they will.
But it sounds like they will let you use it for shipping, even if you don't have money in there, because the money will come to cover it. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but in that case, I would probably use.
Oh, and manage payments.
Manage payments.
Yeah.
What I would probably do is have money in my PayPal for shipping, but not use eBay to ship. Use pirate ship.
Okay.
Or use a credit card while this is getting sorted out. You could have a credit card that you just pay off your shipping balance right away and just use it as a shipping card, until all the kinks are worked out, however this is going to work out. That's what me and Jim have talked about, that we just use like use the MasterCard for shipping until
that's what I'm thinking, because I use the card for my eBay fees now. I have an Amazon rewards card, so I build up those rewards.
Yeah.
And if I did it with pirate ship, I could build up all the shipping rewards.
Mm-hmm.
And that just gives me money on Amazon. Like, I don't know how much shipping supplies and stuff I've gotten for free because I've had those rewards.
And if you pay the balance,
yeah,
just do it with zero balance credit card.
Right.
Make sure you pay that balance completely so you don't draw no interest.
Exactly. Yeah. I pay the whole balance every month. So you have to,
Because that's when you pay it. As the money comes in, you make sure you pay down that balance on that card.
Right.
You just pay it off completely on the.
You have to be responsible like a grown up.
Yeah, it's like a grown up thing to do.
Yeah.
It's time to take off the Chewbacca mask and be a grown up.
If I see it building up, I'll go in and pay it early. Otherwise, I just pay the full balance at the end of the month. But sometimes I'm like, let me pay it off in chunks.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, Frankie says instant transfer takes a couple of minutes. Yeah, I don't ever need my money.
Yeah, but how much do they pay? How much do they charge you for instant transfer?
I don't know that there's a charge.
Usually, like when you want your money faster, they usually have like at least kind of a decent charge on it.
On
it's
PayPal,
been
I don't think there's
I've done that kind of transfer.
On PayPal, I don't think there is one.
Yeah, if you take like the 2 or 3 day transfer, but an instant transfer, isn't that like really fast or pretty fast?
Yeah.
The same day?
1%. You pay 1% of whatever the transfer is.
1% of the transfer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they waived it now. So you pay $1 for every 100.
Yeah, that's not bad.
But I might need that $1 later on.
You never know. Frankie says normally it is 1%. Now it's being waived.
Oh, how generous of them. It's like when they said you could defer your eBay payments.
Yeah, like really?
And then it was like, what was it, Jim? It was only like on some stuff, like on some listing fees and stuff like that. And then they were letting you only defer half of it for 30 days. So then they're going to put it on other month. You're going to have this added on to your next month.
Yeah, and then your next bill's going to be huge. That's no help.
Yeah, I didn't. We just paid ours. I'm like, because in the beginning, I'm like, no, let's just pay them, because if it got worse, at least we know that we sold less, but we don't have like bigger selling fees.
Yeah, my sales have been really good though.
Yeah, I can't really complain.
Yeah.
When this all first started happening, we had like a 2 day slump, like when it first 7 weeks ago started, and I'm like, oh no, I hope they didn't crash everything. Then it went back to normal, so I really can't complain.
Yeah, my Amazon took a huge dive at first, but even that's back up.
No. Can you ship in? Or are you doing fulfill by merchant now?
I'm doing fulfill by merchant because I can ship in, but I still have pending orders that people ordered 2 weeks ago that Amazon hasn't shipped.
Oh.
So I'll wait until they're a little more on the ball before I start sending stuff in again.
Yeah. I heard fulfill by I've never sold on Amazon. I heard fulfill by merchants doing really good. It sounds like.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. It's back up to where it normally was. Where eBay is actually ahead of where my sales on eBay are actually higher, except for like the past few days, where Amazon took a big dive and then came back to normal. I'm not complaining. Been really lucky.
Yeah. No, I mean, it could have been worse. I mean, I know there's people out there that this is hitting really hard, and
yeah,
I feel for them, but I can't really complain. Ooh, the cat's meowing. He wants to eat.
I know. Yeah, it's Nikki. I know several restaurants down here that have already said they won't be able to reopen, and that's just sad.
Yeah.
I read on the local news here, I saw that Steak and Shake, I think they have 57 locations of theirs are going to close, and 50 of them are company owned and 6 of them are franchises. And I'm like, oh, that's really too bad. I mean, you took this, and your JCPenney's is filing bankruptcy. And not that JCPenney's wasn't in trouble before, but I mean, you just gave them the death nail with this. I mean, I got to kind of feel for some of those kind of things,
Yeah.
And I just failed to see why it's supposedly safe for you to jam into a Home Depot or Walmart, like you say, and it's not safe to go to your local thrift store where at any given time you're only in there with 5 other people anyway. I don't understand why that.
Yeah. Because I listened to the Wisconsin news some, and they got kind of a crazy Democrat up there too. Anyway, you've got it now where retail can open like standalone or mall type stores, but you can only have 5 customers at a time. Okay, well, I guess at least they get to open. But Walmart, you're not limiting. Well, I don't know if they're really limiting. Well, I think they're supposed to, but I've never had to like wait outside there anytime. So either I'm in a small enough city that it don't matter. And honestly, like here, they had the judge, our local judge did it. Only one member of a household can come in. So, and we abide by it. But anyway, I'll be walking behind people, and they're obviously together, and the door people just let them go right in.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I mean, it's not very well enforced, which I'm not complaining about, but
yeah,
I'm like, it seems like you're making rules, and not that I want like this coronavirus Gestapo hunting us down, but I'm like, you're making rules that nobody's really listening to anyway.
Frankie says, I'm a bit worried. I was scratching dirt this past winter, and not be able to get my hands on money could be a problem for me. Yeah, that's a shame. We're unfortunate that I don't have that issue. And that's what kind of got me. I've said this before about that stimulus payment. Like, why are you sending it to people like me who my income, we're in pension, so there should have been a way to. There should have been a way to.
I said the same thing, and I mean whatever. But like Jim's mom, it didn't affect her income at all. She has her pension, Social Security. It doesn't affect her at all.
Yes,
but with this bonus payment, I don't know. I mean, I got it, and I went and bought a trailer with it. I didn't have to spend my own money. The government went and bought me a trailer. Thank you, but anyway, is it necessarily right? I don't know. Anyway.
Mike says the hospitals are no longer in danger of being overwhelmed. That was the initial thing.
Yeah.
To force everybody inside, flatten the curve so our hospitals don't get overwhelmed. No hospital, even as far as I understand, even in New York, no hospital was overwhelmed.
Well, like you're closer to New York. Like they put that Javits Center together. I mean, did they ever really utilize that the way it could have been utilized? And then they were putting like those elderly people that ended up getting the virus,
forcing them back.
They put them back in the nursing home. Why didn't they put them in the Javits Center? You had that set up to treat coronavirus people. Yeah. If you've been exposed, you could have put them in the Javits Center to treat them and maybe get them better, hopefully. But at least maybe you wouldn't have affected more people that were at risk in these nursing homes.
Or the USS Comfort.
Yeah. And I think I mean, this is my theory, and this is only for me dealing with my like elderly family members that passed on. I know, like, if at that time, if you went in the hospital, like your Medicare, you only have like 12 or 14 days where they have to figure out what they're going to do with you. You either have to go to like a nursing home situation or be able to go back in your house, but your Medicare's run out of time for you to pay for a hospital stay. So they got to figure out where to put you. And I wonder if that's part of the reason why you have this with like these, where they're shifting them in the nursing homes just because of their own like guidelines. They don't know what to do with them. And the other thing is like, oh, I'll just say one thing quick, Maggie, and then I'll let you go. Okay. I had an elderly family member that passed away, and they put him in a rehabilitation center for heart therapy, which didn't matter. He passed away. He went to the hospital. The first call I get on the thing from the nursing home is, if he's out of the nursing home for it's like more than like 24 hours, I would have had to pay like $3,000 to secure his room. Otherwise, they can't guarantee that there'd be a room there for him to come back to. And I'm like, listen, lady, I know you have a whole bunch of empty rooms, so I can't believe there won't be a room left for him, even if he did end up spending the night at the hospital. So I wonder if some of that stuff plays into like sending these old people back in the nursing home. Anyway, my crazy idea.
I mean, to me, they had no problem issuing all type of executive orders, ordering things that.
Yeah.
And so there surely could have been an executive order to allow people to go from the hospital into these interim places before they put them back. And then it turns out, like in Pennsylvania, there was some medical official who's been on the news every day telling people what to do, who took her own mother out of a nursing home in defiance of state orders while she's forcing everybody else's grandmothers in there. It's just disgusting.
Yeah.
You've got 40% of cases, I think, across the country are in nursing homes and assisted livings. Why not put your efforts there? Why are you locking up healthy people?
Yeah. Like I said, as an example with New York, why didn't they utilize that Javits Center better?
Right.
You could have put these elderly people in Javits Center. You had it set up to treat corona, so you're not exposing new elderly people that don't have the virus yet. Why wouldn't you had the taxpayer money, had the National Guard set up this Javits Center, and then you don't even utilize it. And then at first the Comfort was people, but then they lifted that to let COVID people on there. Right. I mean, couldn't you have put like maybe these nursing home people that didn't have coronavirus, put them on the Comfort then? At least they're offshore. Maybe they wouldn't have gotten it then. I don't know. Or use it for the COVID people. I don't know.
There had to be a better way.
Yeah.
Right.
And now I hear like if you were like a nurse from a different state and you went and volunteered and worked in New York, now you got to pay New York.
Yeah, you got to pay New York state taxes. Income tax.
And then something like that Samaritan's Purse, they're going to charge them some kind of tax or something. I heard too when they said, I don't know if that's true or not. Anyway, I was like, how could you do that for a nonprofit? Anyway,
crazy to me that. Yeah. And that the hospitals all over the country are shutting down, furloughing workers.
Oh, thanks, Summer. Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Summer.
Thank you, Summer.
No, New York has no common sense. Pennsylvania and New Jersey, and I'm stuck in this. I feel like the Bermuda Triangle of coronavirus hell.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't live in New York. They drive me insane. Well, you have New York City. I mean, upstate New York is completely different than New York City, but you have New York City is the policymaker for the whole state.
Exactly. It's the same as in New Jersey.
Yeah.
We've had 19 deaths here in this county, and
Yeah.
almost all of them were in a single assisted living facility, and we're shut down. We're just shut down.
Wow.
How are you, Summer? I haven't seen Summer in a long time.
I know. Well, she came in the other day. I was on Best Show, and I was like, "Wow, I haven't seen you in a long time." Yeah, I think our governor and Kuma was about the
Oh,
same.
yeah, you got a crazy governor there, Sally.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. She looks like a crazy devil woman to me. I mean, she
I
just
would
looks
not
like.
be surprised if she shut us down for the whole summer.
Oh, I
You
would be
ever, like, have you ever met one of those people like in a group or a setting? You're like, okay, well, that's the crazy person. She's definitely that
Yeah.
person. She is like the crazy person.
Yep.
I think people are going to start rebelling. There's a few, people opening up against orders across the country. I think that's going to happen more and more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in Pennsylvania, the governor is threatening, you won't get any coronavirus funding if you open up ahead of time. And, people are suffering from this shutdown.
Yeah.
And they don't care.
Yeah.
They don't
I
care.
think in the beginning, I think people thought, I think it was easy to get people to comply, like if you were a small restaurant, because I think they thought they were going to get more help, like through the SBA, and that didn't come through the way maybe people thought it would. And now I think they're like, shit, we need to go back to work. We need to make money.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like that lady, that beautician lady in Texas,
Yeah.
where they put her in jail and stuff. But the thing about like beauticians is, I think they rent their chairs. They're independent contractors. I don't even think they get unemployment because they're independent contractors.
Well, that's what I was gonna tell Rita was if she said that she got her hours cut by 5 hours a day, or I'm thinking 5 hours a day. Anyways, because the inside's the only thing that's open, or the drive-through is open. So she got her hours cut. Anyways, you can file for underemployment.
Oh, really?
And I mean, as long as you're an hourly employee and it's under what you're usually getting every week, you can file for underemployment.
Well, like here in my state, I saw an article like the end of last week where they figured they had days worth of unemployment insurance left, not weeks. So they're running out of unemployment insurance. And down here, I mean, I hear people complaining, I haven't gotten a check for a month or whatever. Well, that gets pretty tough. You start not having any money for a month.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I don't know how many cases and how many deaths we had in our county.
I think in my county alone, we're totally locked down, and we've had 8 cases.
9 cases.
9 cases. I think one of them was hospitalized, and we've had 0 deaths. They've all recovered, and we're totally locked down because of it. And like our governor, he keeps conferring with the governor in Ohio to decide what to do. I'm like, well, geez, maybe the Ohio governor should have been our governor then. I don't know. He's just like 42 years old. He looks like this wet behind the ears young boy who doesn't know shit from apple butter. Now get out of here. No.
Sorry.
Ow. Come on. Get off me. Wait.
Hi, Brandon.
Hi, Brandon.
You're not going to talk about something, are you?
I'm going to talk about my summer.
You already started?
Yeah, I'm watching
Yeah.
the show. Brandon, are you done? Say about the show?
Yeah, sure.
Just
You been
spend
doing
on
all right?
Oh, yeah, he loves it.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Thank you, Andy Bashir. I'll make sure I'll vote for you next election.
Yeah, shut up. You're gonna get kicked out of the house to vote for Andy Bashir.
Karen says, Brandon.
Andy Bashir, whatever year is he going to get reelected?
4 more years, 3 years, I guess. He just got voted in. In Wisconsin, a governor is governor for 6 years, but down here it's 4 years.
Oh, I thought they were all 4 years.
No, Wisconsin is 6.
Thank you for quarantining us.
Yeah, great. Well, don't worry. You'll have to go to school extra long.
No, I don't.
Yeah, they're going to add another
No,
year
they
on
d-
past your senior year in high school. They're going to call it your second senior year.
No, I did homework. That's the school said is a week's worth of work.
Instead of 12 grades, you got to do 13.
I refuse to do 13. I don't.
You don't have to go to high school till you're like 20.
I refuse to do that.
Okay, go do your thing with your father and leave that here. I want to
No.
listen. Go, turn around and go.
I'm going to talk politics.
No,
I'm going
okay.
to-
Turn around. This is why I don't go on.
I'm gonna gamble right now.
He's using all your money. Go.
I'm gonna go gamble.
Make him go with you. Go away.
I refuse.
Just go. Do you want me to have to move this and beat you? Because I will. Goodbye. Turn
You're
around.
crunching on my fat
Yeah,
roll.
go away from me and I'll stop crunching your fat roll.
Can I look at the
That's
chat?
funny.
No. Why don't you go make your own YouTube channel?
Oh yeah, politics.
Brandon's politics and video games. Go away.
Hey, your mom said that she wouldn't let you do your own YouTube channel, and now she's offering you your own.
Yeah, if it goes away, yeah, you should take it.
Oh my God, you should take her up on that, Brandon.
Essential subscribers supporting me.
He had 2 weeks off of school in February because we had the flu going around.
Oh yeah.
And then
Uh-huh.
he went to school for a week and a half, and then it got shut down for COVID. So
Oh
we've
my
had this kid, like, you
Yeah.
know, we don't get any like grown-up breaks, you know. For during the school year.
That's funny.
It's like we're in prison. It's like we're in home arrest.
And he's always around us, you know. Like when you turn around, there he is. Not that I don't love him, but it's like, oh God, can I get a break?
No, you can't.
Can we
go
send you
there.
to the summer camp or something?
Just go to bed at 6 a.m. in the morning, and you should have.
Okay, go. Okay, don't.
Wake up around 6.
All right, goodbye. Shoo, go.
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna shut it down.
Okay, see, you ruined it. Good one.
Sorry, guys.
All right, go. Do your thing.
Did you shut down?
Yes,
due to
goodbye.
COVID or me?
Due to you. Goodbye. Shoo.
Am I a strain of COVID-19?
You're a strain of something. Go. Goodbye.
Anyways, I don't know if Valerie's going to be on tomorrow, but we will let you all know where we're going to be at on the squad if you follow that. If you don't, you should. It's the Reseller Squad on Facebook, and we'll let you know whether or not it's going to be on my channel or Valerie's channel, or if anything, will be on Valerie's channel. But her daughter's visiting right now, so.
I think Brandon should host.
Oh my God. No, God, you don't. Good luck
Yes,
with
you
that.
should.
I'm going to leave the house.
You're Brandon, not mine.
Yeah, I'm going to leave the house then. You're going to hear a lot of crazy ideas.
All right.
I bet we could learn a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't know
Out
if
of the
you wanna
mouth of babes.
for sure.
No, go.
Mom, okay,
Just
the update, that upside down picker. Okay.
All right, goodbye. Oh, he's going up. It's going to be off. Sally's quitting.
We'll see you guys
Sally's
tomorrow.
quitting.
Get lots of work done. Get lots of sales. Stay positive, and we will see you tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Have a good day.
Bye.
Thank you for the panel and for everybody coming on. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.